Welcome back to Xenogears. Hmm? Billy Signal! Hey everyone, it's Shift to G! Oh yeah, I remember this! This is so cool! Wind direction, okay. Target coordinates X1020, C303. Roger, engage autopilot. Catapult ready? Look out! Yeah, great. Push, pull. Yeah. Children Defense Force, go. They have that cape and everything. Stand by. Okay. Ready? Go! Go get him! Today's launch was so-so. I always remember that. Yeah, it's so cool because the children do it. Just as I thought, this transport's infested. Look at that guy behind him. He's just like, hey guys, I'm behind you. I'm a bug. I infested this place. Check me out. I'm a bug. Check me out. I'm behind you. Look at me. My animation. I must go to the ethos and tell Bishop Stone. What? There's something? There's nothing there. Just fish jumping around. Ah, the sea. The cool breeze. So different from the desert. Billy, who's Buddy? It's probably its brethren, a giant whales. An entity we wouldn't stand much of a chance against by ourselves, but don't worry, they're pretty slow. Even if that whale's called it probably won't reach us in time. But I called for my gear anyway, just to be safe. Faster than I expected. Well, here it comes. You did say that we would not stand much of a chance against it by ourselves. Should be any time now. Oh, Yggdrasil from behind. Franz.
Deploying Yggdrasil!
Great timing on the part of the kids. I owe them one. Well, get ready, cause here it comes. He's all gross and sticky. Wow, that's no damage. That's fantastic. Why is he not taking any damage? I guess ether attacks only, I guess? What do we do? It's not doing any damage. What do I do? I mean, like, what am I supposed to, like... Did I just blow it up and hope for the best, I guess? I guess I just blow it up and hope for the best. Dude, what am I gonna do? His defense is only down because I'm hitting him with the ether magic. I think he's okay now. I don't think I need to hit him, right? Yeah, we're not, I guess we'll hit him with magic. I guess we'll hit him with ether one more time. One more time and then we'll stop. Okay, that's enough for this guy. Now we just gotta attack him. Ooh, dude. Okay. This seems about like normal damage range. No, stop hitting me, you dumb thing. Yeah. Yeah. That was concerning. Thank you for helping me, everyone. To be honest, that was too dangerous for me on my own. I couldn't have done it without you.
Is your job always this dangerous? Ha! I never thought you would call a gear, but what the hell is that ethos thinking anyway?
We Atones are merely fulfilling our divine mission.
Sorry, it was wrong of me to say that. Don't take it so seriously. So you're gonna go report back to the ethos about your job's results, right? Well, if you like, we should give you a ride to Ethos HQ. It's on our way.
That would be great as long as it doesn't put you out. I have something to give you as a sign of my gratitude. So please accompany me into the Ethos headquarters. Let's go. Ba 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 da ba da ba. I need another action scene so we can put Franz on the spotlight again. shall we launch the Yggdrasil? No! I'm gonna fix the gears up really quick. In case there's like a battle. Let's head on down here to the maintenance area. We'll also check to see if we can upgrade Billy's gear. I want to tune them all, but I also want to, like... Why are they all healed? I don't know if I should ever have to worry about ammo again. 50 is fine, I guess, on each. Look at that beautiful flowing cape. I did not remember this. This is what happened there. Crawling. Billy. Are you alright? What happened? I don't know. Suddenly I heard a gunshot. Hey, hang in there. Hey! No use, you can't survive with those wounds. Why did this happen? This is Father's shell casing. Don't tell me, he stormed into the Ethos headquarters in desperation? Is it possible with him? Get back! Don't move. Who are you? There are still survivors? Oh yes! Different battle theme, let's go! I'm up for this. This is hype. Kill you next. Ooh. Annette. Oh man. Let's think about this for a second. Ellie? I'm almost done for the day anyway, so. His hand, move. Well, I guess he's just gonna sit there not able to use any of his abilities. Who are these guys? Why are they attacking the Ethos? Are these people from Ethos alright? They mentioned survivors, but... What? Then everyone... Come on, Billy. There have to be survivors. Let's help them. If we have... value. Forget defense value. Where's the It's probably gonna be underground, I imagine, right? These little gremlins, like, they hit so hard, it's so annoying. It's probably only gonna be downstairs, I imagine. If they mention survivors. Yep. What is all this about? Who are you all? You're still pretending you don't know anything? You may be the leader of the ethos, but you don't know when you're beaten. It's been exposed? Rebelling against this will cost you your life. Ah! The Pontiff! Damn you. He's all a pile of blood and mush. What the heck? That's gross. That's crazy. Whatever, little gnomelets. Okay, we're still gonna do group heal. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, make my day. Junior Billy move. Billy Junior move. The coin. No, we should probably check the other room first, because there's that other room to the right. Why are we fighting those guys? Because aren't those guys the ethos people? Are you alright? Please answer me. I don't know anything. I can't talk anymore. Than this. Hang in there now, don't worry, we came here to help you. Shavat. Got to contact Shavat. Shavat? You are from Shavat? These wounds are horrific. You might not survive in this condition. Let us contact Yggdrasil to come and help us. I contacted the Yggdrasil to come and help him. So he's taken care of. Let's hurry. Oh, there are people we can rush to, so we've got to search around. I don't want to leave anybody behind, right? Joe! Oh, my best buddy. You came all the way to save me, eh? Well done, well done. Someday you'll brag about saving me. Adios, amigos. If that's the case, we should definitely check the other area for survivors. What's happening? These men in black are killing the ethos people indiscriminately. Oh, I guess we can't save him. He's not asking for help. So I guess you can't save everybody, I guess? I don't know. We're going now. We've got to go now. We are headed out. Let us escape, please. Headed down. Now entering Labyrinthos. Oh my gosh, why is it every time I open a door? Every time we open a single door, yeah. Okay. Why am I missing? What is with the accuracy on this thing? How does it keep missing? What? Dude. Well, at least that made it in time. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize he had healing. Whoa, that's a lot of healing. Wow. Forgets a tan. I should have brought Rico. Oh, wow, okay. I wonder... Oh, here we go. Judging from our position, this room is right under the cathedral, which could mean that this is the Ethos databank? I am sure of it. This has to be the Ethos databank. Yeah, so it seems this is a surprise. This databank holds all the information concerning the Ethos. From the past to the present, everything this facility has is strictly off limits to us. The only bishop class can ever enter this area.
Yeah, but even then, this place is damn well equipped. Look at it.
I say, a facility of this magnitude would even be hard to find in Solaris. Why would the Ethos have such great a setup? Wait a minute! This is Solaris equipment.
So, Solaris?
Don't be so surprised. No matter how fast this world is, such advanced equipment as this could only come from Solaris.
The Ethos has been assaulted by someone, and in the basement, we find a Solarian facility?
The plot thickens.
What's going on here?
What is this place?
Hey, Billy, you know anything about this?
Don't ask me. How would I know? This is my first time in here.
Then let's investigate. Satan, what is this being displayed here?
It looks like some transmission record from somewhere. You might be able to find some clues here. Wait a moment. Alright, now I'm able to transmit it to the main displays. Ignis, conflict, report number, transferring all battler data, transferring Solaris, all data concerning 8 class battlers and conditions. Nortune, upgrading, report number 42, Nortune D's block. Supplement, I've raised gears from level D2 current balance. This is data from, Shakan. Oh. Ignis Diocese, due to the intervention of an uncertain vector, correction is needed. Progress of the operation has declined by 30%.
What the heck is this? Why, the Ethos looking into this kind of stuff. On top of that, the Shakan's a bishop. Wasn't they excommunicated from Ethos 17 years ago? that can't be the case if he's been sending in regular reports.
Look here. The destinations of all resources collected by the Ethos through the trade of each area. All the resources are being sent to Solaris' homeland. But why would Ethos be sending supplies to Solaris? I don't know. This is in Solarian language, but it's been encoded. Hold on. What is this?
Come on, hurry up.
Hold on, it's hard to translate this stuff. Lambs, Great War collapse, re-education, post-war rehab based on schedule for building gate foundations. Lambs 0204 to Ignis, 0504 to Alquivi, 1116 uniformly distributed, put into practice, Ethos established as an organization, supervision by Elders Conference, supervision by Gazelle. The Ethos is...
Huh? It's all a front. The Ethos is really a subsidiary organization of Solaris. So, what does this all mean?
In short, it's like this. 500 years ago, there was a great war that occurred between Solaris and the Land Dwellers. It's not clear what the outcome was, but after the war, Solaris fueled another Land Dweller revolt. So Solaris built a gate, or barrier, that separates Solaris land from the rest of the world's land. The Land Dwellers who lived within the gate were made to dwell as separate races and were thus supervised. To carry out the actual supervision, Solaris established the Ethos. So the Ethos is actually controlled by the Gazelle Ministry, and Solaris' higher government body. So yes, the Ethos is really a front, or a subsidiary organization working for Solaris. Excavation findings, goods, and natural resources from the surface are transported to Solaris by the Ethos. This also includes human resources, or people used for manual labor and so on. Basically, this here is the window between the planet's surface and Solaris up there in the sky above. According to these records, there's been an enormous amount of goods and people transferred to Solaris.
So, the Ethos has been manipulating us, eh? Anything else?
The rest of it is mainly about population distribution and excavation records. The amount of detailed information about races and their biological data concerned me, though. Here is a relatively recent record. It also indicates that there have been a large amount of people sent to Solaris. The majority of them were people who had come to Ethos seeking help or spiritual salvation. This can't be! I've heard nothing of the sort!
So what happened to all the people you've seen coming here for help?
They became Atones like me?
Surely not all of them. What happened to the other ones that didn't become Atones?
Well,
It's all becoming clear then, eh? How about it, Ellie?
there are facilities in Solaris for accommodating surface dwellers, I know. The third-class citizens level Earth dwellers of various races are regularly sent there as manual labor.
So, this is the source of their labor supply.
But that's impossible! How could that be? Even if that was the case, who would kill all those Ethos people and why? This could be your answer. What? The 44th Salvation Plan.
44th Salvation Plan? This isn't what the Captain of the Thames is talking about.
This is the only plan that is not linked to Solaris. It must have been initiated by the Ethos itself as a completely independent project. It was commenced about 19 years ago. Allow me to display the data. Completed investigation of Zybum City, which is sank to the bottom of the sea approximately 4,000 years ago. After over 100 test digs, the city center has been ascertained. Excavation planned to begin. So from this, it appears that under Alquivi lies ultra-ancient civilization. They have been doing a huge number of test digs and obtained a vast quantity of resources from the ruins. Biological weapons? Reactive weapons? I see. So this must have been their intention. My assessment of the circumstance is that the Ethos has attempted to break away from Solaris, and once freed from its master, it's likely to attempt world domination on its own.
Attempt a breakaway and attempt world domination? That's rather ambitious.
Yes, but the real intentions of Ethos are quite obvious. The fact that they're reporting the number of results, let alone the site's very existence, gives it away. The Ethos is planning to revolt by monopolizing this ultra-advanced civilization's resources. Actually, such rebellions have been quite common. So, do you think that Solaris is responsible for the attack on Ethos? Yes, that is probably it. Shall we move along? There could be more to yet find. The Ethos, my faith.
Hey, Billy. How long you planning on being like that? Get a hold of yourself.
This is all just speculation based on circumstantial evidence. It would be best for you to confirm what is the truth with your own eyes. We're going to go on further. Bart and Rico, could you please accompany the person from Shabbat to the Yggdrasil? Let's head out here. I still can't believe it. The Ethos was that dubious an organization. What was it that I believed in all this time? Isn't that the very reason why I told you back then that you belong with us? Oh, wrong person. I guess the wrong person. Verlaine! You defiled, Billy. You left the Ethos and kept company with dregs who have no faith at all, and you lost sight of what it means to be defiled. I didn't expect it out of you. You only used to live for our faith. You should have remained like us. But fear not, Billy. I shall cleanse you. You'll live within me. You'll become one with me in death. What? You? Well, I was sort of right. That Dad came. Father, how could you do that? What are you getting flustered about, boy? It was a stun bullet. He's just taking a nap. You should have been here to tell me by the sound it made. Besides, these murderers are not from the Ethos. Look. That symbol. Yeah, that's right. They're agents of Solaris. Probably an assassination unit under Stone's command. I got word that they were exterminating all Ethos members and hurried here, but I was too late. All Ethos affiliates have already been killed except for those on some sort of salvage mission. You claim Verlaine and his men are assassination unit for the bishop? How could you even say such a blasphemy? That's right. We are servants of the bishop. Our mission is to hand out judgment on fallen priests and sinners in order to make them repent. Is that true, Verlaine? But why people from the Ethos? The Pontiff and his brethren deserve to die. They allowed greed to tempt them, abandoning their duties as the Ethos to pursue world domination. They passed their own death sentences when they were allowed such desires to overtake them. And that's not all. Saving orphans and refugees, that may seem more like the works of mercy, but the little boys and girls kept here were actually used as a means to satisfy the desires of the Pontiff and bishops. Indulging in selfish desires, this is not conduct befitting priests. Such defiled live and have no right to speak for God. That is why we work out this purification work. They must atone for their sins. These are the bishop's orders. Even if that were true, we have no right to punish others. Judgment belongs to God. That is why we were taught, wasn't it? God, where does such a being exist? You should know by now how Ethos came about. It was an organization created by Solaris aeons ago solely for the purpose of managing ignorant humans. Its doctrines are just deceptions designed to control the masses. This Ethos used the two suits of faith and technology, while skillfully manipulating global affairs and people's zeal. Thus, they manipulated ignorant masses to repeatedly continue their pointless wars. Eventually, data on man and weapons gleaned from these wars and were sent to Solaris itself, and analyzed to aid in ruling the entire Earth. These intentionally perpetuated wars caused much psychological discord. The faith in God, salvation, was used as a cushion to soften the blow. It was a well thought out system, but the choice of managers was extremely poor. Or did you think about acting the part of a faithful servant of God would someday yield an answer for a great God somewhere? Can't you see that such a divine being will never exist from the beginning? You don't seem to realize this, but you yourself were passing judgment on sinners as much as we were. I have been passing judgment? That's right. Daily you have been dirtying your hands as an accomplice. Verlaine, hang in there. Billy. Ugh. Verlaine. Good for nothing chatterbox said she has no right to live. Bishop, why Verlaine? Why in the heavens are you trying to accomplish? I am the Inquisitor sent to Earth from Solaris. Inquisitor? The status of the Bishop is merely a convenience for my activities on Earth. The Ethos was created as Solaris sub-organization given the task managing Earth dwellers. But over the years, the Ethos started to set up convenient doctrines for itself. It went on to gather the ignorant masses and created a god for them to believe in. Then the Ethos even went so far as to plot a separation from its creator Solaris. The Solaris had no choice but to eliminate all those who defy our rule and raise the flag of rebellion. The ones prepared as eliminators were the Etone. Etones, the Atoners. The organization I established within the Ethos had two purposes. On the surface, their aim was to eliminate the Reapers or Wells that run rampant on the Earth. But that's not their only purpose. Behind the scenes, we also had selected men like Verlaine. These are responsible for observing and eliminating any corrupt people who appeared in the Ethos. You didn't have the chance to learn of this since you left the Ethos so early. Or actually, I just never told you. That was another role I wanted you to perform. Another role? Billy, there are certain things in this world that you're happier not knowing. Even lies and deceptions can become the truth for some people out of the Earth. Particularly those not knowing the true nature of things or how systems of these things work. In fact, the God and faith systems were set up by the Ethos for the truth itself, were they not? Tell me, what other role were you talking about? What did Verlaine mean when he spoke of judgment? So you want to know? But can you bear the full weight of the truth? Billy? If you can hear that weight, then I'm willing to tell you. You believe that you're saving wandering souls, didn't you? That's why you carried out your cleansing of the Reapers as well as from the Earth, right? In fact, it was all just another control system put in place by Solaris. It's more your saving work. That very activity you believed in so much was in reality. You're talking too much. Too much nonsense. Father, you haven't changed at all since then. Have you, Stein? Stein? That's a name I haven't been called for a long time. Hearing that name vividly brings back a pleasant twinge of pain to the scars in his body. You know what I mean, Josiah? Your brain still isn't working right. Answer me. What do you have such a roundabout way of doing things? That's not worth wanting my breath answering. Consider my reward in life. Of course, that includes watching your agonizing death. I should succumb to the desire to slice your body up here and now and drag out your innards, but I can't do that right now. I have matters to attend to elsewhere. That duty comes before any pleasure I could have with you here. I haven't the time to waste anymore. I won't let you get that away that easily, Stein. I can't be bothered by insignificant wretches like you. Until next time, and as a parting gift, I'll have these men entertain you. Bishop Stone! Well then, excuse me. Oh, Billy, if you have something you wish to discuss, come see me later. I'll be waiting for you. Stein, you aren't going anywhere. Just missed him. Looks like Stein's there. That gear's huge. The mobile gear Solaris was the Alcachel. Wasn't it, Hugo? What? Yes, something like that. Maybe big, but it's slow to maneuver, so we'll be alright in our gears. But its firepower's phenomenal. Against a bigger target, like a ship, blam, it'd be all over. Ain't that right, Hugo? Yes, probably. See what I mean? Wait a minute, that means the Thames fleet is in danger. Then they are unaware of this. I think the Yggdrasil can catch up with the gear. Let's hurry and go help the Thames fleet.
I picked up the Athos fleet and the Thames and the radar, sir. They're on the sea south of here. If we can travel at full speed, we can reach them in an hour.
Alright, set sail for the Thames. Aye, sir. First mate, the radar, sir. What is it? The radar just detected an enormous object. It appeared straight above the fleet.
Don't tell me that stone's already there.
No, it's much bigger than that. I estimate it's at least 2,000 Charles. That's gigantic. What in the heavens is happening? No! What's gonna happen to Hans? Franz's cousin. Oh, it's that stupid ship up top. I don't know, Dr. Eggman's ship. I don't even know what to call that thing. Upside down Hanko stamp. Doorknob gear. Ugh, not these guys again. Okay, they all have the same voice, so we can't help it.
All that was needed was to fulfill the duty. Now I sense a great thought of greed. The selfish creed. I question his faith. We have no need for an organization of such fanatics. We will seek what they will. That is their nature. But too much is undue. Something must be done. A reprimand is necessary. They are an expendable group. There is nothing we can do at this point. Yes, there's nothing more to gain from their continued existence. We've already done what we've required. Currently, we're in the process of dealing with each area responsible. Stein is in charge of dealing with Aquivy. Bear in mind the need for fitting a resolution. But didn't we just take care of that? Moreover, Curlian is rather exorbitant. It's only a molecular machine. Why is placing so much importance on it? Humans and machines, it's all the same to us. Yes, they are all the same.
Yes, but Hans is on that ship. Do you not care, evil villains, that you have attacked a ship with Hans on it? Main gun, 28 until the energy is recharged. Engineering ready for full demonstration. Main ship military units are at standby. Cleanup is at 80%. Currently our heading is clear. Brilliant. There's several ships that have been vaporized. What shall we do? Lambs 03, 05, and 11 are damaged. Just retrieve the non-damaged ones. Eliminate the rest of the trash. Use the test subjects' wells for retrieval and elimination. We've confirmed marker location of Stein. Of the 130 research and excavation sites, it's in the southernmost peak. Trapped troops are entering Zybome now. I see. That thing they have searched for over 500 years. This should be interesting. Releasing the wells. What's that? Did you see that huge fishbowl thing?
What are you asking me for?
Weren't the other salvage fleets almost blown away by one shot? Is this the way that the ethos greets us?
I seriously doubt that. Why do they have to attack us? We only came to help with excavations.
Captain, Wells Reapers! Reapers are coming out of the fishbowl thing in the dozens! What?
Why? This can't be happening.
Launch the gears. Load the big gun.
Captain?
Alright, y'all. We're going to assist and rescue the survivors from the other ships. If it's possible, while retreating, shoot down those wells with the 2 guns. Don't let those filthy wells get near our tames. Hans, look alive. Take the helm. We'll show that fishbowl thing of real men at the sea retreat.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Go Hans! Go Hans! Hans and Franz for life. Oh man.
I've detected a rescue signal. It seems the Thames is being attacked by a pack of Reapers.
So this is the Purge and Basilaris that someone was talking about?
Let us make haste, otherwise the Thames will be destroyed by Reapers. Oh my gosh, Billy is out of ammo! Bart, you gotta come because Billy's out of ammo. Billy's out of ammo, bro. Unless we can get Billy more ammo. Yeah, cool. We can go down and buy Billy some ammo. Okay. So, we'll probably be stopping here. I know, I know we're at the like hypest part, but I'm really hungry, and also, you know, we gotta stop somewhere. So, let me go get equips and stuff, and then I think that is today. We are gonna call it. But let me fix up the gears. Oh my gosh, dude, stop, please, please stop. We don't care. Okay, yep, we got it. Yes, okay. Okay, so let me go over there. We did pretty good progress this week. This is like 5 hours, and last week we did 5, so we're like at 26 hours in. I think that's pretty good pace for today, I think maybe. I don't know, I always want to go longer, but it's fine. So the gears are good, so I guess I just need to go buy bullets. Just goes to show you the kid needs his parents around him all the time. My, hasn't it gotten lively around here? How may I be of service? Weapons and accessories, right? Because isn't bullets under accessories? Yep. Wait, I'm confused. How do we reload him then? Because it says he was like, it says he... I'm so confused. Okay, we're good. But you know what? I think instead of just stopping, I think I'm just gonna take a break and eat, and then I'll put my BRB screen up, and then we'll come back because I can't leave the themes like this. I don't feel like I want to. Franz is alive. I mean, Franz. Well, yes, Franz is alive. But I mean, Hans is alive. I think I want to watch what happens. I'm really hyper invested in what happens. And we're off to save Franz. Note, actual gameplay may vary, since we're playing on stream and my clock time. I was about to end the stream until I realized that they attacked Hans, and then it was like, nope. We're not in motion, are we? Okay. Let's hurry to the Thames. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil? Yes, we gotta save our boy. Our dolphin. We're coming, Hans! Ah! As soon as I said that, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, these are the new monsters. Pa 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 pa. Okay, Hans, we're coming. We're coming, buddy. Franz is coming for you. Okay. Voice is ready to do voices. We want to save, so we'll go to the beer hall first. So we can save right before. Oh, oh, Satan, you came because you were worried. Yes, you could say that, but it seems to be better off than we expected. Of course. We are men of the sea, is what I'd like to say. But the truth is, the situation's been pretty bad. We've got some that are injured badly and some that are fatal. But considering what happened to the other ships, we're in no position to complain. And by the way, Satan, what the hell is with that fishbowl thing? It came out of nowhere and kicked our butts and then left behind the wells. And then it headed for some obscure excavation site where there's supposed to be nothing. Odd, since we were sent there to go more deeper and bigger excavation site. And just as I thought. Some say they saw a huge Gillock monster. It seemed like it was guiding the fishbowl thing to the excavation site, or so I'm told. Stone. It appears there's something there for sure. Call it Savage's intuition, but I don't want to get any closer. And Satan, is that fishbowl an enemy of yours? You could say that. Well, I would ask for revenge, but I can't just sit back and do nothing. If you're against it, we'll be happy any way we can. You can ask Hans anything about the site.
Fishbowl was headed due north. The north of the edge of the island, but why? There's nothing there but a small mine.
So north, and there's a mine. Okay, so I guess we will head to the deck. If there are any more parts, and I guess that is the end for today. I thought that I needed to save Hans, but apparently he's all good. So you know, anticlimactic, I guess. Well, so much for that. I thought I needed to go help my dolphin buddy, but it turns out he's all good. So I guess I can just finish for today then. yes and no. um, I say yes and no because so you have background, and anybody has background on me. Hi, my name's Wate or Wat. Uh, for those who don't know me, I'm a huge Xenosaga fan. Actually, I started with Xenosaga 1, and I've played Xenogames ever since. And I never played Xenogears ever. This is my first time playing Xenogears because, well, yes and no. I made it to disc 2, and then I never did all disc 2, so like I sort of remember but not really. So I'm playing through it this year in preparation for like any references that come from Xenoblade 3. So I actually own the world's second largest Xenosaga collection. So I actually never experienced Xenogears all the way through because of how Xenogears fans treated Saga fans back in the day. So it sort of became this result of me not wanting to play it because of how Xenogear fans treated Saga fans back then. And still to this day, I go to Xenosaga streams and there are people that come in and are like, why are you playing Xenosaga? It sucks. Play Xenogears. It's much better. And so like that always put me off from finishing Xenogears because I think that each Xeno game is unique in their own, and I just want to sort of be a fan of all of them and love Monolithsoft for like the very depths of my being. But that was the reason why I never finished Xenogears. So, but I'm doing it now, so you know, yay, I guess, you know. So. But I love all the Xeno games. But I rushed all the way over here because I thought I had to save my boy Hans, but he was fine, and Franz is good. And so, I'm sorry you came in so late of it. You know, I've already been on for like 5 hours, so I'm fixing to actually end here. But I'm heading to the mines. The men of the sea were just attacked, and they're all okay. And my favorite character is Franz, so that's why I was worried, you know, about Hans. Because those two are my boys. Yeah, and I've been voice acting this whole entire game, and it's very hard because what happens is when there's a lot of characters on the screen and I have to change voices, it becomes like an absolute cluster because it's like I'm trying to figure out, you know. But they said that it was north of here. They headed north of the Thames to a mine. So I think I'll head to the mine. Yeah, I'm sorry. They are on YouTube. Let me take a quick second since I'm ending here anyway and I'm saving before the mine. Let me drop you everything. Just so that way you don't miss, because like we've been having a blast, and like that's why there aren't that many people watching right now. It's like usually I have a lot of people watching, but everybody like knew I was finishing, and I went to go eat, and I thought, oh, I'll continue and save Hans and the Men of the Sea, and then it turns out that nothing happened afterwards. So like everybody was like, oh, okay. So they just all sort of like checked out. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we're good, so they left. But yeah. But I have a pretty consistent schedule, so I'm always on. Every Saturday is gonna be a Xeno game, regardless. So anytime you ever see anything like that, right? Like you wanna, you know, see a Xeno game, every Sunday. And I don't have a bot set up. Sorry, it's mainly because we usually don't have enough people around for me to bother with bots. So you can catch up with what we've been doing on YouTube. All the Xenogears stuff is well, like I upload episodes of everything I stream, so like that way if anybody ever wants to go back and watch them and catch up. And then as far as Discord, I'll drop the Discord in there. And then I'll get to the mine, and then today I'll wrap it up. But I'm sorry you weren't here earlier. I feel bad. I feel bad because like I feel like I streamed for a long time, like 5 or 6 hours, and then I feel bad because it's like, I feel like I'm not on long enough because it seems like late at night, a lot of people come in like super late at night, and it's like already like 9:30, 10 o'clock my time, and then I feel like a lot of people come in way later, which I just might need to change my times that maybe it's like, you know. And here's the Discord if you anyway, so let me go ahead and We'll get to the mine really quick. Yep, no problem. I appreciate you stopping by. No obligation to join, but it is there if you need it. If not, it's fine as well. So far, if I have to pick a favorite character, it is, hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. Sorry if the sound effects are loud, I haven't even checked that recently. I guess my favorite character right now is Rico. He has such a wholesome story right now. And it's really sad, but, like, him or Billy are, like, tied. Faye's, like, I don't know. Bart's pretty good. It's hard. I can't really form an opinion on people until after the game's over because it's like there's so much stuff that happens. I don't really, you know. There's so many good characters I can't really decide. Problem. There's an excavation site, so I assume. I assume they mean here? Yeah, it's here. Okay. Yeah, I like them both. I mean, I don't know. Satan I'm like sort of torn on because it's like, while he's very cool and stuff, I feel like he's more empathy. You know, if you're gonna be around, I'll stay around a little longer. Let's do the dig site. Since you're here, I feel bad, so let's just go a little further. What is this? We can go a little further. If you don't mind, that is. Okay, then yeah, I will go a little further. Okay. Satan, what is Solaris trying to do? The main Solaris army? Why all this? Well, let us get down. Some of the characters unfortunately sound similar. You know. It's an effect of there's so many characters, I only have so many voices. So like right now, Billy, Satan, and Faye have like same voice syndrome, but not really. Okay. I can't help it. I like people that use like guns. Like now that I think about it, it's like Billy Jr. from Xenosaga, and then there's like the Wolf Vermilion from Blaze Blue. Like there's a lot of people who use like weaponry, and I'm like, yeah, weaponry. But you know. Oh, he leveled up. Yeah, I like him a lot. His fighting style is always really cool. People with like guns are really cool. Oh man, this dude really? I don't even remember his voice. How deep was it? And it was slow, right? Oh, Miang, okay. Did you notice his gear is reawakening? Soon he himself will also awaken. His friends are heading for Zybon. He's been sealed up for 4,000 years. You know what that is better than I do. Probably won't give anyone anything, but it's something we both need. You know what I mean? So please. Just how Miang ended up, sorry. there's jiggling gear. Oh, this is pretty cool. Door won't open here. Door won't open here. You'll see. Not all of them are great, but they're funny, certainly.
A city? A city beneath the ground? Is this a ruin too?
Man, I love the sound of just the mechanical clanking. Like, sometimes, and I said this about Xenosaga episode 1, by the way, sometimes lack of music can be very, especially in tense situations or mysterious situations, can be a very, very powerful vehicle for like narrative exploration and how you tell a story. Sometimes by picking less sound and being very decisive on your sound design, it can definitely be more interesting than having a big soundtrack. Not always effective, but definitely at some points in some games it becomes a very good tool. I don't want to just fight some dudes, but I guess I'm gonna fight some dudes, you know? Okay. I'm not even gonna. Oh yeah, I forgot. I remember what they are now. They're the wells. I was like, why is this a lady? But then I remembered. Oh yeah, the wells. Whoa, Billy Dodge King. Whoa. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, okay. Still not dead? If that's the case, I might have to heal my turn. No, Satan's up, so... I don't care about my EP. Billy doesn't need EP. It's fine. Okay, cool. Citan, however, needs to heal in a second. Don't care about my EP, bro. Last Symphony! I'm just joking. I know, he's his own man, everybody. Whoa, that's pretty cool too. What? How does that heal? What? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because he's dead anyway, but I don't understand. Don't understand. What? What? We just fought. Is there like, what? I don't understand. I thought I killed him. Was that an encounter before I had a chance to have the encounter? This game, sometimes with the encounters, is like a bit much. The timing of the encounters. Like, I got so mad earlier in the game whenever I was jumping and there was a counter that would like interrupt my jump and then I'd fall to the bottom of that cliff, the chasm that they have at the beginning. And I was like, why am I getting an encounter mid-jump? It's alright though. I'll get over it with time. Could you guys stop shooting Billy? Thanks. Okay, he's down. A lot of these animations were really good for like PS1 era though. Okay, good. Now he's gone. Oh, is that to go back down? I wanted to check the other area too, but I guess, I mean, maybe not. I don't think I'll miss anything. I can keep going. I would take it on anything, to be honest. And I said this about like a Xenosaga port. Any of the ports, I would just take them. I don't even care in what format they're in. I want to go back to see if there are any items, but really need to check everywhere in this area? Probably not, right? I just want to get through the game. I need like a AoE attack. Instead of individual attacks. Man, Billy is so good, especially with like his shotgun. He does so much damage. Still not as much as Satan, but you know. Rather strict airlock and scanning equipment. It does not look operational though. The inside is preserved so well, the outside probably too.
Don't scare me. You say there's poison gas or reactive fuel?
Oh, we can't just jump. I was gonna jump over him, like, wink. Ooh. AoE heal, so probably Ranky. Ranky, and then we'll do an AoE heal. Cool. Isn't Chrono Trigger getting a new one anyway, though? Or am I, like, mistaken? I thought they were also. I thought, anyway. I mean, I don't recall, but pretty sure. Oh, okay, okay. I've never played Chrono Cross as well, but that's for a different reason. I've played a lot of other stuff, just I don't know why it ceased. Why would I? The dig site is further down. Is there something further down? Or should I keep going? Well, there's a guy there, meaning I think there's probably something behind there. So maybe I go down first. That's the problem with older games, like I never know if I should keep going down the straight path or if I take the avenue that's... Oh, clearly it's the other way. To see what the item is behind that door. But I mean sometimes it's like how do I know? Stuff back then was so missable, like you always had to take your time. With like a lot of these older RPGs, it was just basically designed for you to take your time. And it's not a bad thing, it's just like, you know. Okay. I obviously have to heal first. So we're gonna heal Bart's. Okay. I don't have to go too hard, but they keep attacking him, so it's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay. I like the, I don't know, the way he, you know, handles his weaponry is pretty cool. So I assume now I go through here, and then I go back down that staircase. Yeah, see, you never know. Well, I just touched the box. What, is there something in the box? Now I'm healing her, I guess. Heal. Heal. Oh, heal. Gotcha. Da-da-da. Okay, so that's all that was in here. Like, this is such a cool, creepy moment. This whole segment here, like, you're gonna find something crazy and ominous after this, like, some big thing is gonna be revealed, right? I hope that's the case, because that's what it feels like right now. Dude, she wants to be healed, everybody.
This is one weird building. Airlock, scanners, encircling hallway. That's it. Doesn't look like they wanted anyone inside. Looks ruined now, like some empty and hollow dream.
Labyrinths are not usually built to protect against enemies. They are usually made to seal up something inside of them.
Cripes. Don't scare me like that. What do you think's inside?
That door won't open. This game needs more Franz immediately. Let's see. Who hasn't attacked yet? This guy hasn't attacked yet, so let's kill him. Go ahead, make my day. There's that guy behind me there. Yeah, we just keep going down, don't we? Okay, so I guess I gotta fight this guy. Let me heal really quick. Quit blowing up Billy, please. I know they have preset like combos, but I just sort of hit whatever if it does more damage. Also, I'm trying to get everybody to level 40. Ooh, there's a save point and a treasure chest. Interesting. Okay. So I'm glad I checked here because apparently, there's a reason, right? Survival tent. Let's make a save here. There's nothing to be said here, so I guess the boss is probably the next floor down. Is my guess, because of the save spot. Emergency button inside the reactor was activated Wow, oh, that's a long time ago. From this point, there's danger of nano-contamination. When entering the room, please execute a manual scan and confirm safety. After confirming, please reset the emergency level at the nearest terminal. Execute. Please wait. No nano-contamination. You can re-enter the room by resetting emergency level at the nearest terminal. Okay, so I guess I gotta go back up. I would assume this is the nearest terminal. What are these? Seems like some other stuff came out to play instead. We'll handle them and hopefully they're not, you know. I don't think it should be too hard to knock these things dead, but or I could just miss my attacks altogether. Let me aim down here. Okay, he's still not dead. That's the problem. So I guess Renki, and then we'll heal. Still not dead? Let's see. So I'm guessing the nearest terminal is like the one next to me. That might be assumption on my part though. Is it not? I'm confused. Is it not? Is it not? I literally am just standing. I'm literally just standing here. What? I didn't do anything, guys. I was just standing there. Please. Please. Thank you. Hmm. Well, I guess that means that somewhere here is like a place to get scanned, I guess. I guess in here? Black snake. Hmm. Their defense down. Reactor and terminal safety confirmed. Please reset emergency level. Reset. Reset completely present. Emergency level is normal. Okay, so that should reset it. We're gonna go ahead and head down. Okay, we're headed on our way down. Down here. Through this door now. Increasing pressure, please wait. And this floor is completely active. Pressure decreased. It is well hidden in the data gaps. No leap with my own will. What is this? Is this a wild computer? No, a structural record of life. No, not that. An organism? Is that Betty? What the?
Satan, what is this? Not even rogue clusters can generate this fast.
This girl appears to be an artificial life form created inside the reactor. It was probably assembled in the reactor by using that series in the database in the control room. Her body is most likely constructed from anatomic machines on a molecular scale. In other words, a colony of nanomachines. This jerk. This jerk! I don't really have a voice for him because he's such a dweeb. I guess he gets a dweeb voice.
I'll be lurking in that nanomachine colony with me, thank you. That is a existence or key factor which God will guide us to use to free humanity from its yoke. So, if you don't mind.
Bishop.
Ah, Brother Billy, you're here too? This makes matters simple. I know you'll understand. This nanomachine colony needs to be in the hands of an honorable person. It's destined to be the salvation of humanity.
An honorable person? I certainly do not think you're honorable anymore. Eliminating the ethos and any surface-dwelling humans who don't agree with your own will?
What is the problem with eliminating those people not fit for salvation? Why, isn't our very faith based on the perception that only the chosen will be saved?
There is something very wrong with that. Salvation by faith is something that everyone should have an equal opportunity at attaining.
Are you saying that you can save all of humankind? If Krillian uses the nanomachine tech colony at the time, at least you can save some chosen people. But if you don't understand how to utilize it, you can't save anyone. Are you willing to take the responsibility for the loss she'll cause humankind? My job is now to bring the nanomachine colony back to Krillian. You see, unlike the ethos, our aim is not the ancient weapons that lay in the city ruins. I don't think we can conflict with your interests.
Salvation or not, what you're planning on doing with this girl, I just know your deeds are not honorable. Bishop, I'm sorry to say this, but I can't be a part of what you're intent on doing.
I see that I couldn't make you understand. Then it cannot be helped. I don't have the time to convince you further. Please excuse me as I must hurry on ahead.
Wait right there.
Sorry to have to keep you two ladies waiting. It's time for you to do your job, Elements.
Is that Captain Roman Lapis? I'm joking.
Helone, Seraphita. Buy me as much time as possible.
We know. Stop ordering us around already.
Hey, Taloni, let's hurry up and get this over with so we can get out of here. I don't like dark places.
Yeah, right. It's only because it's on Ramses' orders. Jeez. I got us protecting this garbage. Well, that's how it is, folks. It'll help us if you'd hurry up and leave. Who in the heavens are you? We don't have time to waste talking to you. Well, excuse us, but we can't let you go just yet. We really don't care much for Krillian, but a crappy job and it'll make Ramses look bad. Thanks to you fools reviving her, we can get away with this mission sooner than we thought.
Yeah, we don't know how to operate the machinery, so we're so confused. Thank you very much for your kind help.
Oh, Sarah, don't tell them that. Just as I was building things up to make us sound psychologically superior to them. Damn. What? But when people do you a kindness, you should always say thank you. That's what Grandma always said. But I'm impressed, Talone. Psychologically superior? Your genetonic futon brain cyborg implants sure make you smart. That's positronic photon brain, you idiot. Genetonic futon. You make me sound like I'm a sleepy drunk. It's already bad enough as it is. Positronic photon brain cyborg. That's bound to get us into trouble with the makers of Star Trek. Do you guys just have too much free time on your hands? Oh, sorry. Sorry! Be careful. The elements may look harmless, but underestimate them and it'll cost you dearly. That's it. Talone, do you want to be called harmless? Mandy. I try to do my best, but girl voices are next to near possible, even though I'm always told I have a soft voice. So who knows? But thank you for the compliment, Mandy. I try. Okay, so she's gonna be a problem. Do they both have AoEs, dude? Dude, do they both have AoEs? Wow. If they both have AoEs, that's gonna be such a problem. I don't, it's too many, it's, I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, apparently that didn't matter. Okay, so Wild Smile on both. I think he'll just debuff and do the accuracy evasion thing. We'll have our friend here heal. We'll use Sutan to attack. Ooh, nice Billy, nice Billy. Okay. Wild Smile. See if we can turn this around. I think I can turn it around, but... Okay, so now that we have a decent setup, I think we're okay again. We're just gonna take one out and then we're gonna keep Wild Smile on for a bit. I think I'm okay now. I was worried because I thought I was getting taken down, but... Luckily I'm okay. Oh good, she's out. Okay. Leave it to me. How much damage is that? Not enough for me to care? Oh, that's a heal? Wow, okay. Ooh, that's bad. Let's get him up. I wasn't expecting that, that's for sure. We'll do a group heal. Or not, because, okay, he's alive. Whoa. Okay. Bye, Captain Roman Lapis. Well, she just dodged everything, didn't she? You enjoying the 1 damage? She's like, I'll do 1 damage to you. Oh, cool. That's it. Oh, yeah. Rokusho. Right? Well, it's because I know she uses wind, so it's just like throw wind protection on yourself. Seraphita, enough already. We've done the job that was required of us. Let's pull out.
Talone, wait for me!
Let's heal really quick. Omnisol, Omega Sol, whatever. I guess I can't grab that. I guess I gotta leave. Yeah, well, I haven't saved her yet. She just got taken. Increasing atmospheric pressure. Please wait. She just got taken a little while ago. Like, we're chasing after him now. Our curse exists since. Wait a second. I was like, what? Is he waking up? A vessel for a new soul created to remove that yoke. I just can't hand our child over to you. No, stop it. Oh, is he also a scientist? Is this like, oh my gosh, this is like every Xeno game. Which makes sense because Takahashi rewrites them, right? Like I said, until he finishes perfect works, right? The similarities are always going to be very similar, right? Of course, yes. Of course. Yes. But, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I should probably have started with Gears first instead of the whole entire Xeno series and ignored Gears because of Gears fans. But that's, you know, here nor there. Where did Faye go? He went out for some fresh air. And murder. A little fresh air and murder. This lady, heal me. Bye. 3 XP, I shouldn't complain. This way? We're headed out, right? I imagine. At the door again. Run! I did run from the battle, not, you know. Same kind of run, I guess. This way. Okay. The stairwells look like such like stairwells from Proto Merkaba. At the end of you know, but I mean everything looks like everything in every Xeno game because there's always references, but you know. Oh, there's a wall. That's canon, by the way. They did all run into a wall on the way out. They just were like, oh, I don't know where to go. Ugh. Into a wall. Some of these monsters are really weird, right? Fried chicken. Delicious. This way? Say no to, these guys. I really do want to help Billy, but I don't want to help Billy because we're trying to get out of here. Oh my gosh, I took 2 steps and then we're already in another fight. Like, no, we're good, thank you. We're good. Bye, we're good. I appreciate it. Chill on the random encounters. Okay, I assume we need to heal all the way because I assume another boss battle will be around the corner. Bishop Stone, wait.
Ha! Elements, you're not even as good as I say. You can't even buy me some time.
Give it back.
Hmm?
Give it back, give it back. Oh no. Yeah, this is not good.
That gear.
That is mine, give it back.
What do you want? Who are you?
To you, it's just a used up toy. So give it back, it belongs to me.
Who the hell are you? I haven't forgotten to pay you back for what you did at Yggdrasil. At least give us your name.
Names do not matter. However, if you insist, it... Okay, so let's figure this out together. Renki? Wild Smile. AoE heal. Wild Smile. Actually, defense up. If I use him as the buffer, we'll do an AoE heal right now with Satan first. Okay, so this is the AoE heal that's gonna go off first. That's fine. We're gonna take a couple of turns just to be a little defensive. He has defense up, so he'll survive that. Okay, we're gonna take a turn. Attack up. AoE heal? I need to start thinking of this like as an actual RPG. He's not gonna kill him because he's got defense up. Which is fine. We're gonna AoE heal now. Ranky one more time. Defense up on Bart's and then get to work. That's fine, we don't care about that. Okay. Ranky. That's fine. This is the right time to do this stuff. Okay. Okay, now we fight back while Billy stays on heal duty for a little bit. I know I want Billy to attack, but we just won't have room right now. Of course that misses. But as long as the whip hit ether effect down. The Tan's dead. Great. Great. Heal. I think Billy will not die. But we'll see. He might die. Oh no, he didn't, because he got... Okay. AoE heal. Perfect. Okay, we're back in. He would, wow, he would. Wow, okay, just dodge everything.
Crash!
Okay, I guess I just don't get a hit. Like, I mean, right? Like, he's just like, nope. He's like, you don't get to hit anything today. AoE heal. I guess I have Satan do the attacking now. I guess is the only thing I can do, right? Like, I don't really have a choice. Yep, and then I get hit too, right? Brutal, 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 man. What do I even do? I guess I'm tanking. Ranky. I need to do something.
Ha! Sick! Ha! Sick! Hey!
Like, right? Ooh, 212. Okay, so 2 people are almost dead. That's fantastic. Do I have... There we heal.
Crash!
Why is it missing? Am I just like low accuracy or what's the deal? And of course he goes after Billy, right? That should not kill Billy. Although he's gonna try to kill him. Okay. Dude, really? Dude. Like, yeah, I guess so. This is pretty crazy. He knows it's my healer, so he's just like beating the crap out of Billy. And I can't not heal Billy because Billy will die from one turn of getting hit. And Satan or Billy are probably my only two good healers. I don't even know why I'm doing this. It probably doesn't even work, right? Okay, we gotta get on the offensive here because I'm too busy like defending just to survive. So this is my opportunity right now to do Renki because it wasn't a large amount of damage. So I'm gonna do Renki. And then we're just gonna go in on him. Or not. Yeah. Gosh. Like, it's like, what do you do, right? I can't skip my turn. Okay, we're just gonna go. We have to go. If Bart dies, he dies. Like, I don't have a choice right now at this point. See, as soon as he gets back up, he just starts pounding on Billy. Like, what? Not even room. Like, I have to AoE heal every turn. Okay, sure. Why not? Go for it. Have fun. Yeah, have fun beating up on poor Billy. I can't afford him to die, so he's just gonna get healed every turn regardless. Yeah, like Billy's just like
Crash!
always is covered in bruises. That's it. You know what? He's tired of this abuse, good sir. How dare, Id? You hurt Billy that way. Dude, he's gonna kill both Satan and Billy. Yeah. Oh! Oh no! Bart! Bart, you poor soul. Okay. We've got an AoE heal, so.
Crash!
Billy the punching bag. Bruce Billy. This is taking effort, but I can do it. It's just taking a lot of effort. Holy crap.
Sick! Ha! Sick! Hey!
Leave Billy alone! I'm gonna make a meme out of that. Leave Billy alone. I'm trying so hard. Like, dude, I was supposed to go to my friend's Xeno stream and like I can't even get past this dude. Like there goes Billy. Billy's dead. Like, what am I supposed to do? And now he's gonna hit Bart's. Oh no, he hit Billy for what? Look, 400 damage. Oh my gosh. He really hates Billy. Yeah, like he really hates Billy. Like, what the heck? Come on, Billy boy. We're Team Billy here. Get back up. See? Yeah, I am, but like, look, he keeps killing him. Like, he hates him so much. It's ridiculous. Like, literally, that's all he's doing is using defense up and heal, and he can't do anything because he gets knocked down every few seconds. Believe me, I'm trying for my boy. I'm trying to keep him up. Look! See? See? Look at this! Look! I'm not making it up! Ruthless! Xenogears is ruthless! Dude! Pick him back up again! I guess. What did Billy ever do to him? He was an orphan. He was like, right? And he started in an orphanage and was like a holy man. Like, come on, you know? No, this is on the PSN. This is an official, this is a real like version. This is not a anything. I'm gonna die unless I heal everybody. Oh well, we're gonna have to use it as a reset. I didn't want to use it, but I didn't have a choice, so. He's mad at Satan. How dare you heal everybody, you fool! Okay, then I'm just not gonna bother. I will, however, speed myself up. That I will do, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying Billy's heal. That's not the problem. It's that he keeps killing Billy. But Billy has a turn. Okay, good. We're gonna get hit by an AoE, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll do that. We'll speed him up. Thanks, everybody. In that case, I definitely will heal everybody first, and then I'll speed up next turn. Yeah, right? Billy is not the punching bag right now. Why'd you say that? Oh my gosh, Meow. Meow, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, because now he's attacking Billy again. Like, never mind. Billy's getting punched in the face. Punch bag Billy. I'll speed up Satan next if I get a chance. Well, now, but before Dark, he was just punching him all the time. I'd raise him, he'd punch him. I'd raise him, he'd punch him. Like, it was just no avoiding it. Before, he was just punching him to punch him. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily. Go back and watch the VOD of this part, Dark, after we're done today, and you'll see exactly what was going on. Ridiculous. I'm ranking just so that way I can use Billy's turn to speed up Satan, and then Satan can AoE heal. That's the only reason why. Bro. Okay, so now that puts us on the same playing field. We'll speed up our last party member, and then we'll just keep healing through. Hopefully.
Ha! Sick! Ha! Sick! Hey!
I hope so, because this is pretty crazy. AoE hit.
Go, Bart.
Crash! Ha! Ha! Sick! Hey!
Yeah! Yeah! There you go. Man, I was I was so worried because it was like going on for so long. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I had to use my items, but at least I did it. Thank goodness.
Too strong, huh?
You.
Now is our chance to get back Krillian.
I got him. Hurry and go after them. Oh, Wiseman. That voice. Wiseman. Go. Everyone, hurry. What the? A little early, isn't it? I see. It was that woman. Fine. You will do fine as my toy for today. Hmm? Oh no. Oh no indeed. Yeah. I can't do evil laughter very well, can I? I'm sorry, guys. Can the evil laughter? Wiseman's dead, isn't he? Wiseman's dead, right?
Damn, just in time. That guy and Wiseman, they're really going at it. And I can feel the ether power all the way up here.
Yeah, let's not die by having low health. How about we heal? Bit drive. Hey, thanks for the cheer. Yeah. Woo. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. So, I guess while we're riding up the elevator, I should introduce myself. So for those who don't know me, my name is Wate or Wat. I am originally a Xenosaga fan, first and foremost. I have the world's second largest Xenosaga collection. I'm working on everything Xeno currently. Usually I don't have the green screen up. Usually behind me you can see a whole wall of the entire collection. But currently I usually green screen stuff like this, so that way I can throw it up on YouTube. So we are too late.
Satan, so someone named Krillian took the kid? So what? And what the heck is nanomachine anyway?
Nanomachines are robots that are smaller than the human cells. They're used to cure diseases or wounds in Solaris. She may be a colony of nanomachines made by ancient but advanced technology.
Then what's the problem? It's good for people, right? It just irritates me that it's all only for Solaris.
I am worried about what Bishop Stone mentioned. He said he needed her to free humanity from its yoke. Perhaps some ancient information on human reconstruction is hidden inside of her body. Demi-humans such as Rico and Hammer were born from the results of messing around with DNA. That was done by ancient Solaris in hopes that it would bring about the restoration of mankind. If Krillian is thinking of trying the same thing with improved nanotechnology, that would certainly be frightening. Okay. So, sorry about the introduction thing. So, I'm Wate or Wat, whatever you prefer. I have the world's second largest Xenosaga collection. I've been a fan for many, 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 many years. I've had my YouTube and Twitch channel for like 10 plus years. I don't know. I never really caught on. And so because of that, you know, I don't know. I've had my account for a long time. That being said, recently I've come back into the fold and I'm doing a lot of restoration projects. We are doing Xenosaga Missing Year Remastered, which you may have seen the YouTube video out for Xenobits, who put out the applications for that. So if anybody wants to join that project. I'm also doing a lost media preservation. I've had like tons of media. I post every day on my Discord. For those who haven't been in my Discord, every day I post media from Xenosaga that's exclusive to the Discord that has been lost to the internet. So I've been posting for like the last 2 or 3 months daily. So there's tons of like media that you can think, anything wallpaper or imagery or anything like that is getting posted there. And of course there are trailers, both raw without any subs and with subs, of every single trailer that's ever existed for the Xeno series. I have all of that stuff that's going up on YouTube eventually. A few weeks ago I did a presentation on all of that and tons of people came by, and I appreciate everybody from, you know, Valkyrie to Xenobits to like anybody who's big in the community coming by. So usually I stream a Xeno game every Saturday, so that's what I'm doing until Xenoblade 3. And Xenogears is the only game I have never finished because a lot of the Xeno fans from Gears, Xenogears specifically, did not like Xenosaga fans. So I always had this, it felt like I really didn't want to stream it because of that, and I didn't really want to play it because of that as well. So I've sort of gotten over that now, and I'm just like, I should just enjoy Xeno games for what they are. And so as a result, I'm going back now, and I'm currently playing them, yeah. So that's where we are now. That's how I came to be, and that's what I do. So yeah. And I think that, like, I really like Xenogears a lot. So far, I think I don't understand Choo-Choo at all, but I think that from what I've heard from a lot of people, Choo-Choo is not supposed to make sense. And I think that both Franz and Hans are the real heroes of Xenogears, at least on the first disc. So, yeah. We absolutely need a remaster. I don't know if Square Enix will ever allow it. I know that Xenoblade 2 has Cosmos in it because Namco Bandai allowed that, and I know that Namco Bandai still has part of that. Even though Monolith owns the scenario, I know Namco Bandai, you know, that's a loaded thing. Speaking of which, Choco is coming out with a new book. For those who don't know who Choco is, that is the designer of all the Xenosaga characters. They are releasing a new book, and it's out in August, an art book of all things Cosmos for anybody who's a Xenosaga fan. Yeah, Takahashi will keep rewriting these until he gets his perfect works done. So here's to Xenoblade 3, figuring out how that's going to play into his perfect work scenario. Yeah, so